Today's video is going to be another what I eat in a day video, and let me tell you, some of these, actually I think all of these things that I'm eating today, not new, but new to this channel, and dinner is going to be great. So get excited because you're going to want to see dinner. It's really good. Okay, but so I ran this morning, and on the run I got this like weird craving for something for breakfast that's pretty unhealthy. Okay, so you know, like a BLT sandwich, you know, bacon, lettuce, tomato. When I was a kid, I did not want lettuce and I did not want a tomato on my BLT sandwich. So basically I had a bacon sandwich, which is toasted bread, butter, and bacon, and I thought it was awesome. That's because it is awesome. And anyway, so I was like, you know, I was just thinking about bacon sandwich while I was running. And I was like, you know what? I could totally make that Weight Watchers approved. And I was like, you know what? Bacon sandwich, not that weird, right? Because if you just throw an egg on it and then throw some cheese, then it's like perfectly acceptable, you know, for most people, and like as a regular breakfast sandwich. So I'm sorry, I'm walking over here so I could double check my bacon. Oh, it's fine. So I was like, I'm just gonna have an old school bacon sandwich, but Weight Watchers version, because it sounds good and I definitely will have the points for it today. So let me kind of show you how I'm making it a little bit more Weight Watchers friendly for this like fairly unhealthy version. Alright, so my toast just popped up. I have 2 pieces of this 45 calorie Sara Lee bread, so this is going to be 2 points. Sorry, my dad's medicine. And then I have some light butter that I'm definitely going to like scoop out to make sure I have the proper portion. 1 tablespoon is 2 points, so I will see if I use that whole thing. And then I am frying up some center cut bacon. I'm not going to use all of this bacon, but I am making extra because oh, that one got a little done. Because I am going to be using some of this bacon to crumble it up for dinner tonight. So I am going to be using 2 slices, which actually in my version is 4. I just cut it up because it's easier for me to fit it in the pan this way. Okay, I'm cooking these too long. They're starting to get burned. Anyway, so I'm going to use 2 slices, or 4 of my slices, which is 1 point. Okay, I need to pay attention to this. I'll talk to you later. Ta-da! Here is my breakfast. Bacon sandwich. So simple, but I know it's going to be awesome. I only ended up using half a tablespoon of that light butter. So this sandwich with the bread, 2 points, butter, 1 point, and center cut bacon, 1 point. So it's 4 points for this breakfast, which is great. And then I am going to spend maybe however long it takes me to finish this, reading this book. It's been a couple hours since breakfast, and I'm still like just so happy that I had that for breakfast. It was really good. It's filling, and I think it's also good for good mentally, because one thing that I really believe in, and I think that it's important, is when you're starting, or I guess even when you're continuing Weight Watchers or trying to get healthy, like, you need to remember you're not punishing yourself. Like, you're doing something good for you, and not everything that's like good for you has to be miserable or whatever. So it's like, yeah, would anybody look at my bacon sandwich breakfast and would they be like, oh yeah, that's totally going to be a way that you'll change your life and you'll like lose a bunch of weight and be all healthy? Like, no one is going to look at that breakfast and be like, that's a healthy breakfast. But for me, for today, it was a healthy breakfast, because I made easy substitutions. Like, I think it was fine for my body, you know, like, I'm still going to lose weight this week, I bet, you know. You never know what happens, but like, if it's within the Weight Watchers things, and it was so good, it was just so good for me mentally, because it's like, I know, number one, I didn't completely indulge in, like, I still made good choices, you know, like I didn't use like the not center cut bacon or like sourdough bread, or I didn't use regular butter, you know, so I was still in control of my choices and in control of my eating, but I got what I wanted, so I wasn't like depriving myself, or I didn't, like, I don't feel bad for myself, because one thing is I think, like, first of all, don't make it complicated. Like, you do, like, Weight Watchers honestly can be really, really easy. You don't have to make it complicated. And just, oh, here's my husband. Hi. We're working together. Anyway, don't make it complicated, and also don't punish yourself, right, Eric? Alright, I think that's my cue. I need to get back to work now. Wasn't his shirt cute? I think it looked really good on him. It's a new shirt my parents got for him for Christmas. It's lunchtime, so this is what I'm having. I have the chili that I made in the meal prep, still eating it, honestly still loving it. It's spicy, but I love it that way. A tiny bag of cheese. Oh, this is 1 point. This is 2 points, some apples, and then also I made some of the PB2. This is the chocolate version. No, not PB2, BB Fit. So this is 2 points. So this is what I'm having for lunch. It's snack time, so I am going to just have one of these oatmeal. It's chocolate coconut oatmeal singles, I believe they're called. It's 3 points each. It's actually a good size, really filling. I meal prepped this, so if you want to know all about making it, it is in my most recent meal prep. And I'm going to try to at least get 5 minutes of reading this book in. Okay, so you might see me this year really trying to read a lot more in the like young adult novels, and that is because my niece is into it, and I'm so excited, because like children's books are great. Like Anne of Green Gable, I would read right now if she would like read them recently or whatever. But anyway, so she's into these like young adult books, so I want to be able, well, first of all, I do like the young adult genre. It's weird that like an age bracket is a genre, but anyway, side note, I do enjoy young adult novels on occasion, and I want to be able to like make recommendations for her, or if she like brings it up, to be able to talk with her about it. So I'm really excited. If you have any really good like young adult, specifically series, I cannot do young adult, like I don't know if I could do like young adult contemporaries or like romance, really. I think that might maybe pushing it, but I did read the Selection series and loved it, and she also really liked it too, so we'll see. Anyway, yeah, so if you have young adults, so you might notice when I'm like saying I'm reading, it's like, does Amy only read young adult? Yes, and I like it, and also it's because my niece is into it, and I am way excited about it. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I recently finished, like maybe last night, I finished the Renegade series. It is a young adult series of 3 books. Renegade, Arch Enemies, and then Supernova. That was really good. It's like a superhero basically book, but it's really good, nice and thick. I think they created a really good world. The author Marissa Meyer created a really good work. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome. If you know like preteen, teen people, or if you yourself like young adult, totally check that out, because I really enjoyed that. But once again, I really like superhero stuff, so that's it. I'm looking tired. I think I need to take a break, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit, because boy, do we have some things to talk about. Get ready. But I need a snack first. Hey, I thought I would move into my little couch in my closet, because that's where I feel like a lot of our good chats happen. Okay, so if you've watched our 10-month update video, you will kind of understand that I've had a pretty good weight loss month considering for the holidays. And it's almost been weird. Like, it's almost been weird. And so the weirdness of it was because, like, we took a break. So, okay, summary is I have to look at my thing. I lost 6 pounds in the month of December. During that, took a 2-week break from running, went to Washington for, it was like a week or a week and a half or whatever, where I stayed on track, but I couldn't do measurements properly. I went into my weeklies sometimes. And then we cheated for a total of 4 days. 2 days Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then 2 days New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And I lost 6 pounds. And at this point in time in my journey, 6 pounds is still a good month. I honestly would like it more than 6 pounds a month, but 6 pounds is solid for me. And so I've really been thinking about my weight loss and my weight loss going into next year, and how I really want to try to meet my goal weight by my wedding anniversary, which is in September, the beginning of September. So I have 9 months, and I have a little over 50 pounds still to lose. Well, it depends on what true goal weight I want, but anyway, so in between 50 to 60 pounds, let's just say, to lose. And that is a lot. And so I've been just really trying to think about my weight loss and what can I do. And one thing that I think I've noticed, and I'm going to go off of this theory, is I think on some days I might need to eat more food, which sounds a little bit counterintuitive, or it just feels a little weird for me to even say that, you know. But because if you've been watching my channel and watching my weight loss journey these past 10 months, you know that I really, like, I probably could count on one hand the amount of times I've ever dipped into my weeklies, except for the very limited cheat days that I've had. And I'm pretty strict with myself about trying to measure in things, especially I would say in these past like 4 to 5 months. I've been really vigilant about my portion control. And I've been sticking with my points, and I've been I would say I've been pretty honest about it. But I'm going off of this theory. Now, if you guys think that this theory sounds off or it doesn't sound quite right, please let me know, because I don't have a science background other than like just basic science, and I really don't have a nutrition background except for what I've learned. But I'm really trying to like listen to my body and try to see what's going on. Like I was an English major, and then I got my master's in teaching English to speaker of other languages. So like I'm very English focused, you know, not so much in the science brain department. So please let me know if you think my reasoning or think this is a bad idea, because I'm just curious. I'm going to be doing a little bit of experimenting with how I use Weight Watchers. So absolutely, I'm very committed to doing Weight Watchers in the MyWW plan. I'm doing the blue plan for right now. I like it. Like, it's been working for me for reals. But I've never, like I said, I wasn't really into weeklies. And to be honest, I feel like I don't truly understand fit points. But we'll get into this. So I'm going on the theory of I think my body needs more food, specifically when I run. So if you don't know, I've been running, I think, since the end of August. And we're following a program. We completed a 5K program, and I even did the like 5K improve our time program, and now we're working on a 10K program, and we're actually hoping to to be able to do a half marathon this year before our anniversary thing. So I am running, it's 3 days a week, this program, and I am running quite a bit. On the days that I am not running, for the most part, I live an extremely sedentary life. So I work from home. I have my own handmade like Etsy shop, and then my own website where I sew and make travel bags. So my butt is in the chair at the sewing machine all of the time. And generally I would say I get like 1,200 to 1,500 steps a day, which I know is really, really not good, and I'm hoping to have a more active lifestyle. But honestly, I'm really trying to like grow my business a lot, and that does require me to spend a lot of time sewing and making orders and things like that. So I live of like 1,200. I know is not good, but then sometimes there are more. Like I do leave my house on occasion, not a lot, but I do leave my house on occasion, especially like to go to Disneyland or something like that, where we definitely get a lot more walking in. But then on running days, like obviously, especially on like our long run days where we're running like 4, 5, 6, like we're going to keep going up in miles. That there is a very big difference between 1,200 steps and then like running 4 miles, not counting like the warm up or cool down. And I almost wonder if I freak my body out a little bit. Like if my body is excuse me, if my body is like, oh my gosh, we got to save this food, you know, we got to save this food or save this energy we have, because when she's running, she's trying to kill us. We are not used to running, you know. Even though I've been running for months, I try to tell my body that, but no. My body is like, no, you are trying to kill us, but I will keep you alive. I know you must be crazy because you hated running before, but now you're running, and we will keep you alive through this period of sanity. My body needs to get with the program that I'm trying to lose weight, okay? My body is very sassy and stubborn. Which makes sense. Anyway, so I almost feel like because I'm eating like I'm eating whatever calories or whatever points that I have for Weight Watchers, I almost feel like it's not enough, and that I freak my body out by doing the running and by pushing myself through running, that my body feels like it needs to hold on to things. It's just my theory. It's just my theory. So what I'm going to do is I am going on running days, I am going to try to eat my fit points. So specifically what I'm going to do, after we get home, usually we go and from our outside run, we'll sit on our couch and we will have like a Gatorade Zero or like some sports, like 0 point sports drinks, we will sip on it. And I will look on my Weight Watchers app because I'm just curious about how many activity points that I get. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and then I just don't do anything with this information. So what I'm going to do for an experiment is maybe for a week or 2, maybe longer, who knows, is I am going to test out on running days eating the activity points I earn on run. I'm not talking about like regular walking days. Like if we go to Disneyland and I earn fit points, I'm not going to worry about it. But like running is pretty hard. It's just pretty hard. It like running is harder than walking. So I am going to try to force myself to eat those points, even though I'm going to be like, Amy, you're eating too much, you're gaining weight or whatever, because I'm still not going to go into like my weeklies. I'm going to be using the fit points just because Weight Watchers, like, they do give us the weeklies and they do give us fit points. And so if I'm trusting them with like my weight loss, whatever, then why not try to trust them a little bit more? You know, like I've been successful, thankfully, in this before. But the thing is I don't actually know, like on the app, how to use my fit points, you know? I don't know. I don't really know. So for example, today on my run, it was just a quick run. I earned 4 fit points. I think it was just like 30-minute run or something like that. It was just 4 fit points. But I don't know how to like track and how to use those fit points, because if I was to go over in my app, it would be taken out of my weeklies, which honestly I don't use my weeklies, so I don't really care. That's what I'm just going to do. But I'm just curious if anybody knows about how that works or the process in the app. Please tell me in the comments, because that would be really helpful. Anyway, yeah, so I am just on days that I run. When I get home, I'm going to look at whatever fit points I earned during that run, and I am going to try my best to eat those points sometime throughout the day. And honestly, what I think I'm going to do, which I'm pretty excited about, is maybe starting next week, I am specifically going to have, or I'm going to make smoothies for myself for my afternoon snack to help, like, that's what I'm going to use my fit points for, and like green smoothies, because before, like, I used to love green smoothies and making them. Honestly, my mom makes them way better than I do. I don't know why, but she just does. So I'm really excited because I haven't really used, I don't make myself smoothies very often, or like any kind of smoothies very often, because like when you blend up fruit, then it counts as points. But I'm like, oh, you know what? If I have points, then maybe maybe this is a great way to get in some more like healthy nutrition in a way that I like, you know, because you all know, if you watch this, I do struggle with like vegetables and eating vegetables consistently, but it's like, ooh, I can make myself a spinach smoothie that I know that I like, and that's not going to like kill or ruin or really drastically change my eating. I think that'll be good. I like this. Once again, this is just a theory, but I think it'll be a good way to get like some extra nutrition into my body that maybe I don't have. Do you use fit points? Like, what do you think? I really value your feedback. I value your feedback all the time. Like, let's be real, I definitely do. I just love YouTube, and I love this channel, and you guys are awesome, so I hope you know it. But this, I really would value your opinion and your help on these things, just because I don't feel confident, but I feel like I want to risk it. Like, I definitely want to risk it, because I want to, I have a goal, guys. I have a goal, and in 2020, I want to reach it, and I really do. Like, I believe in myself, but I want to be smart about it. Okay, I could go on forever. I'm going, like, this video is probably already long. I'll see you at dinner time, okay? It is dinner time, and I have been excited about this dinner all day. It is good. I think this might be like the 4th or 5th day I'm eating this in a row for dinner, and I'm so excited to finally film it for you guys. So I am making like a chicken bacon pizza, but the crust, so I'm using the crust. It's sitting out to kind of get not so cold, that I meal prepped in my last meal prep video. I think I told you it ends up being 8 points, which is a lot, but for the crust, but the flavor is good. So much better flavor than the other 6-point pizza crust that I made for you. So my oven is preheating to 400 degrees, and I am just heating up a little pan here. And I am going to season my chicken. So I have like 2 of the chicken tenders that I just roughly chopped up, and I'm going to season it. And I have a seasoning that I want to show you that I think makes a huge difference in this meal. Alright, here I'm going to spray the pan with olive oil. Then I just have some garlic powder, onion, salt, so I'm not going to add salt or extra salt or pepper, because that will have a Trader Joe's. I think this is awesome. And then this little spice thing is a kicker. Actually, Eric got it, but I really like it. There we go. So it's the Spice Hunter Cowboy Barbecue Rub. And it's super, super, super tasty. We cannot remember exactly where we got it from, but I just looked it up online, and you could get it on Walmart, Amazon, and I think it's really good used on this pizza. Like on its own, for some reason, I just think it's whatever, but when you're using it to flavor the chicken on this pizza, it's so good. Okay, I'm the worst, and I really don't measure my seasonings very well or at all. I just honestly do it to taste, and I know what I like, but I thought I would show you how much I put on, just in case you do kind of want an idea. So I will warn you, I am a huge garlic lover, so I put probably a lot on, and then I just mix it up. Oh yeah, I love that smell of garlic. And then this onion salt, if you get it from Trader Joe's, I'll warn you, that's what I'm putting on next, can come out fast in the beginning, but not as much towards the end. So I just put a decent amount of onion salt in there as well. Now this cowboy flavoring, cowboy barbecue, does for sure pack a lot of punch, and it gives it such a nice color. Oh, I'm excited for it, and I would totally recommend it if you want to make a really good pizza. So I hope you could see this well. So I'm going to sprinkle it on, and then mix it up, and then sprinkle a bit more. Do you guys know what makes a cowboy barbecue? Like, what does that mean, the cowboy barbecue spice? Like, I'm not a cowboy. Don't know if I, like, have any friends that are cowboys, but yeah. So it's going to give this chicken, like, such a nice, like, goldeny brown coloring. I'm trying to, like, be a little bit careful. Alright, yeah, so I am going to cook this up and then start assembling my pizza. Alright, I have all rolled out here in a little bit of a funky shape, but that's totally fine. Eric rolled it out for me because I don't know, I just struggle with it. The pizza dough that I meal prepped, so please go check out my meal prep video if you had not. So, like I said, this is 8 points for the crust, but man, I just seriously enjoy the flavor of this crust. It is a thin crust. It is a thin crust pizza, so I still prefer a little bit of a thicker crust, not like the really thick, like Chicago style. That's not really exactly my thing, but I prefer like a regular, like think of a regular Domino's crust. That's the kind of crust I like. Or I like the crust that really feels like bread, like you're just having some bread. So what I'm spreading on top of it is I am spreading on top my 0 point marinara sauce that I meal prepped also in that same video. This is a lot chunkier than the original recipe calls, because I added a ton more garlic, but I really like garlic, and I like chunky sauces, like especially red sauces. I like them kind of chunky just because it just feels more homemade, and I don't know. When sauces are simple, I'm totally fine if they're a little chunky. So on top of here, I weighed out my low-fat, 1 serving of low-fat mozzarella cheese. That is 2 points, and that is a new find that I found at Aldi's. And I feel like, don't you feel like it covered this pizza pretty well? I highly recommend, especially for cheese, to try to weigh it out instead of measuring, because I find in general it feels like I get more cheese if I weigh it out instead of measuring. And honestly, cheese is one of those things where if I can have more, I'm totally going to have more of it because I like it, despite the fact that it does not like me, because I am kind of lactose intolerant. But this amount is really not going to bother me at all. So I'm now adding my toppings from this morning. I have my 1 point's worth of center cut bacon that I'm going to add, and then let me go over to the kitchen and I'm just going to put my chicken that I just made. So it's just bacon and chicken. Ta-da! Here it is, all ready. So you can see this is like a nice amount of chicken that I have on here. So it's definitely one of the pizzas that's going to be pretty filling, which is awesome. So my oven is preheated. Hello, I'll talk to you over here. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees, so I'm just going to slide this onto a baking tray and just cook it for 10 minutes and then it's done. So if you do some of the meal prep that I did, and honestly, you could even meal prep this chicken and stuff because it would totally be fine cold. This could be a really fast and easy like weeknight meal that should be really pleasing to like anybody. Like I feel like this is a pretty kid-friendly food too. Ta-da! This may not look that impressive, but I know it is going to taste good. Plus, it was really fast to make. So, here is my pizza. 8 points for the dough, 0 points for the sauce, 2 points for the cheese, 1 point for the bacon, and then 0 for the chicken on the blue plan. So this is 11 points of awesomeness. Can't wait to eat. Dinner was great. I really cannot express to you how awesome. It's not like, I mean, it is very awesome. It's not going to like blow your mind. Like it's not the best pizza you've ever had in your entire life, but it's easy. It is Weight Watchers friendly, and I think it is better than like the other pizza dough I've made. Like it's better than the 2-ingredient dough, because that 2-ingredient dough I do like, but like I feel like I could taste almost a little bit of the sourness of the yogurt. If you've tried the 2-ingredient dough, please let me know if you try it. Like I still like it, you know, but like this was a lot better, and I like everything about it. Okay, so before I'm in my workroom again, because I'm going to make a marketing plan for some new bags for my shop, but before I do that, I'm going to have a little bit of like rest and relaxation time by myself, read some more of this book, and going to have a dessert. This is the salted caramel yasso bar, and it is 4 points. And let me show you. So good. Oh my gosh, right? Do you see that swirl? It is so good. Anyway, sorry, that was weird. I apologize. Yeah, this is really good. I like it a lot. This is 4 points. So technically I have used 23 out of my 23 daily points that I have. But we had that conversation about the activity points, and I really don't know where to put it. I'm just going to eat this bar. I know it is 4 points because I have it tracked, and I'm not going to track it because I don't know how to make it come out of my activity points. I just don't know. Anyway, so I hope this tempts you to try it. Guys, my mother-in-law also, she's doing Weight Watchers. She also loves these. They're a really, really, really good dessert. And for 4 points, and it's made out of Greek yogurt, so I don't know, I just feel better doing that. All right, so, but I just like talking to you guys. I need to stop. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and you are much, much appreciated. I really like filming these videos and just hanging out with you, even if it's through a screen. So I'll see you next time. Bye.